Okay, let's go. Hi, muckers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very, very, very well. Okay, today we're going to talk about someone that we haven't talked about in quite some time, and that is Jeff Wittek. Now, Jeff Wittek is someone that I will be a ride or die defender on for a very, very, very long time because I just am so angry with the way that David Dobrik gets to continue to live his life and gets to continue to spend all his money, gets to work very little, gets to just travel the world, is praised by all the brands, loved by all the influencers, all the rest. Meanwhile, Jeff Wittek is still going through surgery and dealing with the ramifications of what David Dobrik put him through. And yet, there's a nasty legal battle going on. Jeff is dealing with all these surgeries. Therefore, his ability to work is being hindered, which means his ability to make money. And then you have David, gloating all around the world, doing the bare minimum and being loved by everyone. And it just makes me want to be a Jeff Wittek defender till I die. Now, Jeff has been very open on his social medias recently about different surgeries that he's been going through because, yes, Jeff Wittek is still having to get surgeries for his eyes years later, by the way. So when people focus on the legal battle that's going on or the tensions between David and Jeff or the drama, just keep in mind that still to this day, even though people will be like, Jeff, stop talking about it, get over it, it was years ago, whatever, this man is still getting surgeries. His life is still impacted to this day because of David Dobrik. So none of this bullshit, right? None of this bullshit of people trying to tell Jeff not to continue speaking about David. Even if Jeff was 100% healed, he could be allowed to speak about David till he dies because of the way David handled that, the way David turned everyone against him, David putting him in harm's way, David making all his friends turn against him, David in this nasty legal battle of trying to delay because he knows that he has the power play with money. So if he spends all his money, then Jeff, cannot keep up with David, and therefore the legal battle will get, stumped. It's evil. It's evil. It's evil in the Jeff Wittek and David Dobrik and Casey Neistat documentary about it all. I'm not happy. But anyways, I want to talk about the fact that Jeff recently opened up, and shout out to Spill Some Tea With Me for posting this clip. Jeff recently opened up on his podcast about his recent eye surgeries and just kind of what he's been going through. And I think it's really important that we continue to react to and talk about these things because David Dobrik is, weaning his way into the mainstream again. And the reason he's allowed to do that and get away with it is because your favorite influencers are, so obsessed with the David Dobrik clout collab of it all that he's back. And it's just like, it's almost as if nothing happened. And yet Jeff Wittek is still fucking dealing with all this. So anyways, we're going to dive into it. I want to let you know that my Finsta is currently open. It's normally on private, but it's currently public. So if you want to come follow, this is your time. You will get accepted immediately. And my New York show, my July final American show is on 11th of July in less than a month. And it's in New York. There's only 50 tickets available. I promise you it's going to be a really fun night. It's a completely new show. But let's get into this, shall we?
Actually, you relapse too?
No, not like that. Wow, you're just gonna say it like
Jesus, Mike is everywhere. I feel like the last 2 videos I've made, Mike has been there. Like, he's just been there. Like, he's not an important part, he's just there.
Jump right into it. Look, my fucking number, my sobriety number, I guess it was like 8 years or something. When you go to AA, they give you a chip. It's now a month. I've relapsed. I didn't touch alcohol. I'm not going to dive into what I did because I don't want to promote it to kids. But let's just say I got a little carried away with benzos.
This sound effect is crazy.
And it happens. I went to a detox. I checked myself in. No phone is allowed there. That's why we kind of covered it up, to be honest. We just said I was in like Thailand or some shit. But I did go there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I did go to Thailand, but I did a 4-day, just no phones. It was cool. I met a lot of cool people. I got a sponsor.
This fucking Jeff FM is so unserious with the fucking side effects. I love a podcast with side effects. They're always so fucking unserious.
Sponsor kinda now. This girl, she's fucking gangster. She's 12 years sober.
I thought she was gonna say 12. James Char. Oh, girl. Sorry.
No, she's a little bit older. She's a small girl, but she's older, and she let's just rephrase that. She's a cool girl. She's Russian. She fucking has crazy stories. Like the best people, like the addicts have the best stories. You go to AA meetings and stuff, and you hear funny stories. Like you wrote a whole book about it. You really fucking dragged it out, but that's good. You should do that, you know? Tell the stories because they help people. This girl gave birth in prison. She had her leg chained to the hospital bed, giving birth in fucking prison. Imagine that. That's fucking gangster. And she sat there with me when I went through withdrawals because I had, like, the first day was really bad. But then after that, I was just chilling with. There was this guy from Jackass there. I'm not gonna say his name because he's like a big, he's a big fucking jackass. You know, he's a big, one of the higher ups from Jackass was in my room with me while I was detoxing. But he was in there for, everybody was in there for like other shit, and I was kind of just in there for, you know, like some weak ass shit. And
what do you mean? What do you mean weak ass shit? What is that supposed to mean?
I just got crazy with pills that I was prescribed. And I was smoking a ton of weed. I didn't want to see nobody. I just, you know, my last surgery got botched up. So I just was miserable. I hated myself. I don't want to look in the mirror. I don't want to film nothing. I don't want to talk to nobody. And that's why.
Ugh. I just have such a soft spot for Jeff, and just the fact he's was put through this and is just still dealing with it. And again, Jeff Wittek's image is his entire career. You know what I mean? You can argue his personality, his humor, whatever. Yeah, but like, as creators, we are the brand. Therefore, our face and our appearance. And I'm not saying that in an LA kind of way. I'm saying it in terms of like, you see yourself more often than any other person working in a profession because you're editing videos, you're filming, you're editing videos. So him going through what he's saying is like failed surgeries, which all, by the way, is all stemming from fucking David Dobrik putting him through this in the first place. It just breaks my heart for him.
That's why I just wanted to like go away because I don't want people being like, I don't want people asking me to film and stuff. And I was like, fuck it. I'll just go in this detox. They take your phone. I have nothing, like no stress. It was the best thing for me. Did you ever go 4 days with no phone?
What do you mean? Yeah, of course. I mean,
Bullshit.
what are you talking? I just went to onsite last 4 months ago to Nashville.
Did you?
Yeah, and they took my phone and my computer. It was the best thing ever. It was amazing. And guess what? When they went to give me my phone back, I tried to tell them I didn't want. I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
I didn't want to see it. I don't want to turn it on because then everything pops up and it was just
It's
like
just bullshit.
Kyle texted me like, yo, this shit's due to managers and like agents.
What do they say? What's the saying again? Rich man wants a million things.
A sick man wants one thing.
but
Well,
one.
they call this the stress box in jail.
Could you turn
If
my volume up a little bit on my headphones? Is that possible? Check. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
They call this the stress box in jail because
Stress box.
as soon as you look at it, you get stressed out with outside
Yup.
stuff. I was like,
Yup.
I either need to go to jail or go to rehab and just sit in there, whatever. I didn't go to the rehab. I just went to the detox and then I left after and then I went to Thailand and I kind of made my own like
Rehab.
Yeah.
So wait, let's back things up for a second here.
Yeah.
So
I'm pissed off at you, bro. I'll be honest, because I've been fucked up for 6 months. It's obvious that I was going through shit, and you, as Mister Fucking, I'm fucking writing books about being sober, and I'm your best friend. And look at me, I'm struggling, bro.
trust me,
Yeah.
you've been struggling since the day I met you in some form, way, shape, or form.
God.
And obviously try all the time to reach out to you to ask you to come out and do shit.
Jesus. That's a crazy response to someone saying like, you're not helping me when I'm going through sobriety, when you're writing about sobriety, and Mike to be like, well, you've been struggling since I met you. Oof. Not a great response, Mike.
I mean, what
He's
more
such a
can
way
I
with
do?
words.
I know.
Besides-
That's the thing. Addicts blame other people for their problems, and I'm doing 12 steps, bro. I'm making amends with I even called up Todd, and I was like, yo,
Oh, wow.
you know, like. And he said right away, he was like, I know, bro. I was going to reach out to you first. I was going to call you. We filmed it. But actually, Cody filmed it, so he only filmed himself. So we don't have the footage. But it was just nice to check in with an old friend, you know?
I mean, I call you I called you all the time and ask you all the time, like, how you doing? Do you want to go to Runyon? Do you want to work out? And it's always no. And then the last straw for me was the stem cell thing, bro.
Yeah.
That was it. I set up a whole thing for you to get stem cells in your eye because I knew how important it was to you. I used my relationship with Brigham and set this whole thing up, and I flew there. I was
I
excited.
fucked over a lot of people over the past month. I let down my employees, you know, as a bad example. I canceled shows. I canceled the tour pretty much, but I just restarted it because I'm doing good now.
Oh my God.
Speaking of that, the shows are fucking sick. I'll tell you about those in a second. But
And also
we'll
not
be
to-
real for a minute.
And also,
Also, yeah, I know that Jeff's on tour right now as well, and it like breaks my heart hearing him talk about him struggling with his appearance and wanting to do things because of these surgeries and, you know, having to heal from them. And then going on tour and doing meet and greets or whatever, that within itself is a lot.
not to like bring it up too much, but like for the first time since we've been friends and since we've been working together, like I really needed you like the past couple months. Like I've been in a really bad.
You don't need that version of me, to be honest.
I know that, but I'm just saying it's like
Oh my.
it was almost like I couldn't even really do that much for you either, just because like I needed friends so bad too. Because
Yeah.
I've been like living out of a bag and just like not at like just not in a good state of mind.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, but I was completely out of it. I just wanted to numb myself because I know I had surgery coming up. I got told that, you know, I went to see the doctor that did my surgery. He said the bone paste completely melted out of your eye, and your
God.
eye is like, I can't see out of it now, and that's what's fucking me up the most is because I can't even watch TV, can't read shit, and I was like, I just went in to see him. I was like, yo, my shit's really fucked up. And he was like, yeah, it is. And I'm going to redo your surgery for free.
So wait, so
and he's got some new tech that just came out. It didn't exist when the accident happened. It's they take like they do a CT scan on your face and they make like a 3D printed mold of your good side and they put it inside because I don't have an eye socket. So they're rebuilding my eye socket with 3D printing technology stuff they're putting in my eye that will be in there for the rest of my life.
Like, you know those okay, so let's talk through this a little bit.
Oh my god. It's just. I wish they were coming for David Dobrik. Can you hear that? It is honestly unfathomable what Jeff Wittek has had to go through and continues to go through and deal with. It's like, Lord, he's a strong fucker, but he shouldn't have ever been put in this position.
You know those like commercials that come on that's like, did you have mesh implanted in your hernia? You may have mesothelioma. Call this
I heard the mesothelioma one. I never heard the mesh.
Yeah, it's
in
from
your
like
eye.
because when you get like weird objects put in your body, they sometimes leak carcinogens and shit. Like, do you think that you might get infected with some sort of?
It's just everybody's body's different. Some shit doesn't take, you know, and it made my eye worse. And now I'm going on
what
surgery
happened?
number.
What happened in the last?
And that is so fucking draining. Building yourself up to surgeries, being stressed for them, going through them, the surgeries don't work, having to do a surgery to fix that surgery, and then getting the original surgery again.
Like what?
We took the metal plates out because I don't want metal plates in my eye that I feel them poking my eye, you know? So, like, constantly. And they replaced it with bone paste, but the bone paste just, like, leaked down my septum, and now I have legit nothing holding my eye up. Like, I can fucking move it around. You know, like, legit. Sometimes I wake up and my eyeballs, like, in a different place.
Oh my god.
It's fucked up. It's disgusting.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I just wanted to numb myself. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I've done 11 I lost count, and I was like, I don't want to do another. So, you know, that was a stupid answer or stupid like technique to fix it. I just wanted to numb myself, but shit happens, you know.
When did you realize that you had gone too far and you needed to get help?
A month ago.
I wish they would be a lot easier on Jeff. Yeah, you can let people down. Yeah, you can let your employees down. Yeah, you can let your friends down. Yeah, you can whatever. But, like, this surgery, back and forth, is miserable. Like, God, my heart is breaking listening to this.
But what was the?
Because I didn't want to do another surgery. I was like running away from it. And then Kyle was like, yo, are you fucking stupid? This guy's offering you $100,000
What was
new
the
technology.
moment where you knew you needed like help?
What do you mean, to go to the detox?
Yeah.
Just because I was like, I'm either going to die or, you know, not make it to, I mean, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I'm either going to die or, actually, to be honest, I was like on the fence about it. And out of all my tough guy friends, you know, all my fucking drug addict AA friends, the only one that could get me to go was Ivan. Ivan got me there, and we went in there, and we were like, look, this is what's going on. And this girl, the gangster fucking Russian girl that I was telling you about, she walks in the room, and she was like my case manager, whatever the fuck you call it, like a project manager. It's like a sponsor, basically. She walks in the room, and I'm like, fuck this. I've been like, they're taking my phone for 4 days or whatever. Like, that's too much. I need to work. I need to be like doing stuff. And they were like, just go to the hospital, you know, and do it there. And the girl walked in, and she was like, yeah, like if you go there, you know, usually the people that go there, they don't come back here for a long time. So that in my head, like I always think like people are trying to manipulate me and like say things. So she said that she didn't even know that like what she was doing, but I was reading into it too deep, and I was like, oh, so if I don't fix this problem now, then I'm just gonna die later, or I'm just gonna have another problem like this in 6 months or something like that. So that got me, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll give up my phone, I'll stay here for a while. And it was the best thing I could have did. I was like, the phone shit was the hardest, because I was like, you go to the bathroom, like, and I'm looking for my phone. You don't even need your bath, like you don't even.
When's the last time you had taken a shit without your phone?
Yeah, that's
like,
the
what
thing.
do you do?
Actually,
Okay, crazy comment to end it on. It honestly just is insane to think that Jeff is dealing with all this personally, professionally. He has a lot of people relying on him, which is pressure within itself. And then he's in a legal battle where these people like David and Natalie are trying to just argue any partaking in what he's dealing with now. And it's like, fuck, these people are living their lives and thriving and all like this. And like anyone would be, Jeff is miserable and dealing with all this. Oh, I'm such a Jeff defender. This is devastating. Let me know your opinion of this. Let's talk about down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.